Hey, this is Dan, back again for another Mastering Collectify. So far we've covered quite a lot of our features, and right now I want to go back and visit other token standards that you can create with Collectify. We're going to firstly address the ERC20 token standard. So a quick primer, ERC20 is actually not a non-fungible token, it's fungible. What that means is you create a series of identical tokens which are interchangeable. If that sounds familiar, then that's because it's probably the most ubiquitous kind of token on the blockchain, which we colloquially refer to as coins. Ethereum is an ERC20 token. BNB is a BEP20, essentially a derivative of an ERC20 token, and so on and so forth. So why do you want to make these? Well, any number of reasons. These tokens act as currencies, of course, cryptocurrency, and what you can do is you can create your own tokens with or without liquidity to create extra layers of detail and engagement with your NFT project. I'm going to just go through a demonstration right now of one way that you might want to use that. I've come into the contract creation center. Firstly, I've got to make sure my network is switched from Ethereum mainnet to BNB to match the chain that I'm operating on right now. Bear with me while I connect. And we're good. Okay. Token needs a name, token needs a ticker symbol, and the other details that go along with it. If you remember, I've got this kind of Celtic theme going on, calling it EOR, which is a Cornish word for gold. The symbol can just be EOR. This is the number of decimals beyond the number 0 that your coin can have. Quite famously, Bitcoin runs on 8 decimals, each one being referred to as a Satoshi. And essentially what you're doing is you're saying, what's the smallest level of a fraction of a token that you can have? It can be anything that you want it to be, okay? It can be a minuscule fraction of a token. It could be that if you're trying to create something which is feeling more like a manageable number for people to interact with in a game, you could set decimal to simply be 2, what most people will engage with as a currency when it comes to fiat, right? Dollars, euros, sterling, whatever you play with, right? We're gonna just use 2 because we want this coin to feel like a normal coin. And the total supply of the token is in this game for right now, I'm just gonna set 1 million coin supply. A logo, everything needs a logo. I just whipped up this pretty spooky looking coin. All right, the official currency, or more of it, one of the areas in the game. The idea is to create multiple different coins for the game that I've built, and then it can add some extra levels of dynamism to the in-game economy, right? People will be changing between the 2, 3, whatever. Here, obviously, we fill in the rest as per usual, official links, swap link. This is important to add if you are looking at adding liquidity to your token, or you're trying to set up an exchange so that you can have people swap in and out of your token. Just providing an official link for this helps, keeps your holders, keeps your supporters safe, making sure they go to the right places. Obviously, social connections are important too, but right now I'm just going to skip ahead of that, and we're going to create contract. We just wait for it to confirm, and we're confirmed. We're now on the currency dashboard. This is the contract address of the currency. This is really important to keep a hold of. Obviously, you can always access it here, but we can see the details. These details, you cannot change them. This is all now permanently inscribed on the blockchain, right? You can, however, upgrade this, and all of these details, which aren't essentially the on-chain elements, these are the stuff that is connected to the claim page, right? This is where the introduction and all the other links will show up, as well as your social links. Okay, so we're going to drop back a bit. So the claim page is connected to events. This is where you can use Collectify to provide ways for your audience, your holders, to claim their coins. You can do this by creating a whitelist, or you can make it a fully public mint. And I'm just going to show you right now how. Okay, so I'm going to do coin drop. The max supply for the entire event. So for example, I've set 1 million tokens. I want to drop half of that into my audience, the remaining 50% of the supply will be sat waiting, right? If I wanted to release 500,000 to the market and I wanted to retain another 50% to drip out periodically, whatever you want to do. Tokenomics are quite complicated and you'll definitely want to do a bit of research before you get into it. But for now, we're just going to do this. The max claim per wallet, each person can claim, let's say 1,000. Okay. Time zone of the mint. Yeah. Whitelist claim. So all of this is really familiar from when we've done other minting things, right? So let's say this Sunday, if you have a whitelist spot, you can mint at 9 a.m. and the claim can have no end date. This is open until the supply is taken, but you have to be on the whitelist. You see how these things can quite quickly start to accumulate a level of complexity and intricacy? Okay. In this case, I don't want it to be a public claim. No random people can come and take our coins. You have to be invested in this project. For example, I've made this currency as a currency for this realm. I could potentially do here is using the holder system. I can go and see who's holding tokens which have certain traits. For example, I've made this coin here for the land called Morsedge. I can identify people who have Morsedge NFTs, the land NFTs, and say, okay, you live in the realm, you are able to claim 100 tokens, 1,000 tokens. And then they get automatically put on the whitelist, and then they can be aware they can mint or claim rather these tokens. Okay, see how, just as an example, this kind of stuff rolls together. I'm gonna create this and we're gonna go to the dashboard and see the coin drop now. Okay, so we're gonna go here and we're gonna look at the whitelist page, so we can manually add people's addresses or we can import it through a spreadsheet. This is quite similar to the other minting things that we've done. I can change the details of the drop here. However, the max supply and the claim are fixed. This cannot be changed after the fact. You would need to create a new event. Obviously, the theme, we want to match everything to everything else we've done so far, and co-manager is co-manager. Okay. That's about it. It's pretty straightforward. And we're going to go through. We're going to see the details have been updated, and the coin drop for whitelisted persons is coming soon. Now, I just want to show you what you can do with your coin now using the Collectify Launchpad. So firstly, what we're going to do is we're going to take the token address. This is the contract address for the token. We're going to copy that onto our clipboard, and then we're going to go back to the Launchpad and do something else. Okay. So firstly, people will want a place to spend that coin, right? So remember we made these marketplaces before. Okay. For example, I made this small art-based one. Unfortunately, you can't change the token here after the fact, but what you can do is you can just simply create a brand new marketplace. So this is the Morsedge warehouse where you can buy assets relating to this broader game world. Okay, this is of course just my example, but we're going to do this. We're going to do picture marketplace introduction. Normally I would just do the contract address of a series of, for example, 1155s. I'm going to cover that next week, but I'm just going to do this for now just to show you the trading token. This is the important thing. Okay. And now you see how this contract will automatically populate the symbol, which matches the symbol that we defined for it, and the decimal. And the trading fee for the market is whatever. We did this before, if you remember. Okay. All right. So there we have it. We've created a market using our brand new currency, our coin. This coin now exists on the chain. There's no liquidity. If you want to do something like that, you're going to have to look into establishing an LP pool. That's a matter for another time. Maybe I'll cover it for you down the line. And next week, I'm going to have a look at ERC1155. It's pretty important token standard. It blends some of the properties of 721 and ERC20. But we'll get into it when we get into it. Okay, so thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one. Bye.